The first man came in too fast. The second was clumsy, with a shotgun held high. The third stood back, just watching. They expected a man in his pajamas, an easy victim, an accountant who would give up quickly. Instead, they got me, a former Delta soldier, retired in name only. It only took 5 moves. I crushed one man's throat, snapped another's wrist, and used his own gun against him. I bent the third man's spine against the edge of a table. Silence 3. Bodies lay still on my floor. I checked their pockets. They had cash, knives, and cheap phones. One of the phones buzzed. It was a text from a number I knew very well. Make it look like a bear attack. Make him scream my name. My wife had ordered my death. I didn't breathe or blink. With the same calm I used to have in the desert, I typed back, "Job done. Bring the money to the cabin." The screen confirmed the message. She was coming to pay for my murder, not knowing she had just sealed her own fate. My wife. The woman who once touched my scars and promised she'd wait forever. The woman who kissed me before every time I left for war. Her betrayal wasn't about another person. It was a contract signed in my blood. I replayed the text in my head. Each word was a knife, cutting through the years we had together. Make him scream my name. She didn't just want me dead. She wanted me to suffer. That one detail showed everything. Her anger, her hate. But why? Why now? Was it for money? Another man? Or had our love simply turned to poison? I stood over the bodies. Their silence mocked me. I had faced enemies in deserts and jungles. But this was different. This battle was with my wife. She was coming, carrying the money for her evil plan. And I was waiting, not as a husband, but as a judge. I moved silently through the cabin. All my old habits came back naturally. I turned off the lights, closed the curtains, and hid weapons where I could easily grab them. This wasn't a fight. It was the final scene of a play, and I was directing it. I checked the phone again. Her last message was still there. No new texts. No hesitation. She was coming. I sat at the table, a glass of water in front of me. I forced my breathing to be slow and steady. Inside, my mind was falling apart. Every laugh, every kiss, every secret we had shared now felt like a lie. Had she always been like this? Or did something change while I was fighting wars she never asked for? The wind rattled the windows. Headlights cut through the trees. Her car. She was here. My heart remained calm. I had prepared for this moment for years without even knowing it. All those nights I spent waiting for targets, watching through a sniperscope, had taught me patience. Now the target was my wife, and I was ready. The door creaked open. Her shape filled the doorway, a heavy purse in her hand. "Where is he?" she whispered, looking around the room. I didn't answer. I just slid the phone across the table. The screen lit up with her words. Her eyes froze. Her lips opened, but no sound came out. Then she saw the bodies in the corner. 3 men piled like broken furniture. She stumbled back, her hand flying to her mouth. "Yes," I said calmly. She fell to her knees. She looked at me as if I were a ghost. There was no anger, no tears, just a cold shock. I knew then there was no other man. It was only about money, the insurance money, our things in her name, a clean life as a widow. Her perfect plan had broken the moment it met me. I let her sit in the silence. I let her see me sitting there, alive. "The money," I said. Her shaking hands dug into her purse. She put the envelope on the table. Her eyes pleaded, "Please." I stopped her with a look. "You wanted me gone." She shook her head. Excuses and lies poured out. None of it mattered. I slid the envelope back to her. "Take it." A confused look crossed her face. "You'll need it," I said calmly. "For lawyers, maybe a coffin." Tears ran down her face. She tried to reach for me. I leaned back, out of her reach. "I'm not killing you," I said. "That would be a kindness," she gasped, as she finally understood. I had already ruined her. Her secret was out. Her plan had failed, and her future was gone. I stood up, walked past her, and opened the door. The night air felt cold against my skin. Without looking back, I whispered, "You'll live with this. That's your punishment." The forest swallowed me. With every step I took away from the cabin, a weight lifted from me. I thought betrayal would break me. Instead, it made everything clear. I was no longer her husband or her victim. I was the man she failed to kill. And in that failure, I won. She would sit in that cabin with the bodies, money she couldn't spend, and a truth she couldn't escape. Every breath she took would taste like ashes. As for me, I just kept walking. No past, no ties, no looking back. The war wasn't far away anymore. It had been here all along, and I had survived it. I didn't need revenge. I already had it, because she was still alive, and that was a much worse fate.